Okay, so I saw this video on my recommended. I guess there's these ones. I haven't. I guess I tried watching this one. I'm not too sure. This is the one that we're gonna watch today, but I don't know. Let me know if you want me to watch these. If I feel like it, I might just watch it on stream and then upload it. But this is perfect for me. I stream, I make YouTube videos, and I've put out music. So like, am I the ultimate sinner? I mean, alright, we gotta see this. Hold on, let's just start with this video. It's not, they're not even that long either. It's pretty good. It should be fucking good. Hold on, let me start from the beginning.
There are 7 streamers that perfectly represent the 7 deadly sins, and we'll
Got
be
chocolate
talking about
milk on
all
deck.
of them, starting with
The
pride.
choco milky.
Common synonyms for the sin of pride are egotism, conceit, vanity, and narcissism. All of these words are perfect descriptors for the
Neon.
sad situation of the streamer Neon.
Yeah.
Neon, whose real name is Rangesh Mutama, created his YouTube channel on May 6, 2016. His channel originally focused on gaming content around the NBA 2K series. Watching his early videos, it's clear that Neon was a normal kid who had a real passion for creating content, as he posted almost daily during the beginning of his channel. But this consistency still wasn't enough to make him stand out, so he switched from making videos to streaming. This switch to streaming, along with the release of Fortnite, took Neon's live viewers from single digits all the way to the low hundreds. But this increased viewership apparently didn't satisfy Neon's prideful desires, as in December 2019, he posted a series of 4 videos that would be a stain on his online reputation forever. The series began with Neon's brother talking about how Neon was in the hospital in critical condition.
Here we go.
Neon reiterated this point in the
boy.
following video, saying he was about to enter surgery in which he would most likely not survive. The series concluded with a video titled He's Gone, which seemed to imply that Neon had passed away. Then, after a dozen best moments videos were posted on his channel, Neon posted a new video alleging he had miraculously survived. At the time, this seemed like concerning news, but when you consider that Neon is obviously not in critical condition or even in a hospital in any of the videos he posted during the ordeal, it
Bro
becomes
thinks he's
clear
that
this
streamer
was
in the
just a
wheelchair,
publicity
just
stunt. From this point on,
miraculously
Neon
chilling.
would slowly but surely continue to ramp up his
There's
clout-chasing
Sam.
stunts and the
GGs.
level of his own arrogance.
Is this real chat?
More
Is she
recently,
real?
he faced himself getting jumped twice, all to feed his never-ending desire for
yep.
relevancy. In terms of internet success, Neon's sin is actually propelling him to stardom. This is definitely not the case for our candidate for Lust, whose sin caused him to leave the internet and never come back.
Who is that?
Lust is usually thought of as uncontrollable
who is
sexual
that?
desire, especially when you sacrifice
Whoa.
something important because of it. In the streaming world, there may not be any person better to
Hello?
exemplify lust than Jakishi.
What the
Jakishi,
fuck?
whose real name is Demetrius, was a Minecraft streamer who had been grinding for almost a decade without gaining any kind of significant traction and viewership. His journey would take a seemingly positive turn when Dream heard about this young grinder and decided to raid his stream. After the Dream raid, Jakishi went from under 50 viewers per stream to consistently averaging in the hundreds. But the even better news came a few months later when Jakishi was invited to Dream's Minecraft server, the Dream SMP. This was great news because joining the
Okay.
Dream SMP was pretty much a guaranteed ticket to
Dream's
success
involved,
in the
though?
online Minecraft worlds. Although this increased exposure had some unforeseen consequences for Jakishi, mainly the dozens of stories that would begin to surface, which made it clear he was addicted to grooming children. There are over 40 people who came forward to talk about their experience with Jakishi, and it would take far too long to read all of them, but all the stories essentially share a similar pattern that goes like this. Jakishi meets a 12 to 13-year-old girl in a Discord server. The conversation quickly turns NSFW, with Jakishi pressuring them to continue talking even if they are uncomfortable. Throughout the conversation, he continuously asks for reassurance that the girl will never tell anyone about their quote-unquote secret relationship, but fortunately for everyone, some of the girls didn't listen to him. It didn't take long for Dream to find out about the accusations, and then subsequently remove Jakishi from the SMP, ending his online career forever. Even though it's doubtful Jakishi would have been able to maintain any kind of audience after he was exposed,
never heard of the
he did
situation.
make somewhat of a smart decision
That's
to go
wild.
completely silent on all of his socials to prevent further damage.
Wow.
A decision that our candidate for
Jeez.
gluttony did the reverse of. Many of you have pointed out that the sin of gluttony doesn't just apply to food.
recognize her.
Gluttony can be indulging in anything to the point of excess or destruction. The streamer Justa Minx is a sad but perfect example of this destruction taking place. Justa Minx, whose real name is Rebecca, is an Irish streamer who streams on the just chatting genre of Twitch. She began creating content when she was 12 years old, and over the years she developed a small but loyal audience. This small audience would explode when she was featured on the popular Twitch game show Love or Host. But around the time of her blow up, Rebecca's new viewers would notice some strange things about her behavior on stream. The most obvious was her frequent emotional breakdowns, which resulted in her screaming at the camera. These breakdowns would almost always be paired with copious amounts of alcohol consumption. The alcohol consumption and erratic behavior began to create a sad cycle. The more alcohol Minx consumed, the more insane her behavior became, and the more viewers would stop by to observe the train wreck. But like most train wrecks on the internet, they aren't sustainable for long periods of time, which is evidenced by Rebecca's statistics. On the bright side, Rebecca has indicated that she is on the road to recovery from her sin, which can't be said about our candidate for envy. The sin of envy is thought of as having extreme jealousy of the achievements and blessings of others, and there isn't any streamer who built their career on top of envy as effectively as Nadia. To understand how she accomplished this, we have to go all the way back to the beginning of Nadia's journey. Nadia began streaming in early 2021, where she averaged around 10 viewers for a few months. Her game of choice was Call of Duty, a game which Nadia appeared to be very talented at. Nadia also seemed driven to break the stigma that female gamers can't play at the same level as their male counterparts. This was something that she frequently talked about during her streams, leading Nadia to gain a decent amount of traction on Twitch and boosting her average viewers from 10 to 100. A female gamer who was unapologetically committed to being technically good at a video game was a breath of fresh air to the viewers on Twitch, who became part of Nadia's growing community. But Nadia's mission would also prove to be a double-edged sword, because her arrogant attitude about being a quote-unquote girl player who was better than the guys led people on the internet to examine her gameplay and find some very suspicious activity. There were multiple moments where her crosshair unnaturally snapped onto her enemies in ways that wouldn't be physically possible with human reaction times. For example, there's a moment where she sees an enemy parachuting in from above and locks onto an enemy that wasn't even visible on screen. Nadia has pretty ineffectively tried to defend herself from these cheating allegations, claiming any discrepancy found in her gameplay is just a glitch. Nadia has also taken the bizarre approach of saying that criticism levied against her is sexism because men don't like that a girl is better than they are at their favorite game. Even though Nadia's public image is pretty much decimated, her average Twitch viewers are only on the uptrend, which may be proof that tapping into a sin like envy can actually be beneficial for your online career. Despite her incinerated image, with all of Nadia's income sources, we can confidently say she brings home a lot of profit at the end of the day, which is the complete opposite of our candidate for Wrath. Wrath is defined as uncontrollable anger, and there is no streamer that represents uncontrollable anger better than Bossman Jack, whose real name is Austin Peterson. Austin is different from our previous Wrath candidates in a pretty significant way. His wrath is driven by a sad and crippling addiction: gambling. Austin began his journey into streaming and gambling in 2019 on the classic video game RuneScape. In this game, he would quickly get a reputation as a scammer by taking massive loans of RuneScape's in-game currency, then betting it all in duels. As time went on, Austin became unsatisfied with betting with fake money, so he decided to start streaming actual online gambling. From the moment after making this decision, Austin became stuck in a perpetual cycle of win, lose, repeat. When he wins, Austin looks extremely happy, jumping up and down with excitement. But the interesting thing about this is it's not the money that's making Austin happy, it's the winning itself. The evidence for this is that Austin will never just end his stream after winning, he always continues until he's back to zero. The next stage in the cycle is lose. The losing stage is marked by some of the most intense wrath I have ever seen from a content creator on the internet. Austin will make holes in his wall, destroy his door, and even physically harm himself after losing. The especially sad thing about this situation is the fact that his viewers enjoy these rage sessions, creating a horrible cycle of incentivizing Austin's sin to increase his viewership. With everything we know about Austin, it's clear he definitely isn't a savvy creator by any means. So while his mistakes are significant, they are also understandable. Our next candidate is extremely savvy, which makes her sin completely baffling. Greed is thought of as
GGs.
the intense and selfish desire for more
Excuse
than
me.
necessary.
Good
Our
lord.
candidate for greed is unlike the other streamers on this list because she's kept up a perfect image, but her desire for more led her to make a foolish business decision that may have potentially destroyed her viewers' trust forever. Pokimane, one of the most popular streamers on the internet, saw the success of other influencer products like Feastables, Prime, and Kylie Cosmetics. Having a large audience of her own, she decided to create her own consumer packaged goods product, which led her to launching Mina Cookies, a company that provided a
Yep.
supposedly healthier alternative to
heard
mainstream
about
cookie
this.
brands. Everything seemed like it was going according to plan until the price of her cookies were revealed at $7 for a small
Yep.
bag. This
Like,
price isn't as crazy as you may
wild.
think, because there are plenty of premium healthy cookies on the market
the
which cost a
crumble
similar
cookie?
amount. What the internet discovered
Better than
is that these
sex?
supposedly premium cookies were a white labeled copy of nearly identical cookies with a 225% markup on the price. The only difference
Yep.
between the recipe of Pokimane's cookies and the other ones is an insignificant amount of vitamin D. The drama likely would have died, but Pokimane made the terrible decision of insulting the section of her audience that couldn't afford her cookies.
Oh my god, $28 for cookies? I know math is hard when you're an idiot, but like if you're a broke boy, just say so.
This may be one of the worst things you can say as a successful content creator, as it was your audience that got you to the position you're in.
Wild.
Your wealth was accumulated because of these
Voice
people you're
critical.
now calling broke and poor. It is incomprehensible to me. You were made from these people that you are now shaming.
Despite her massive business failure, Pokimane's net worth is still in excess of 20 million, which shows it doesn't matter how rich you are, you can always fall back into
So
sin.
SQC.
Our next candidate proves this even more with a net worth exceeding even that of Pokimane, falling into a sin which seems to be especially dangerous to those with success. Sloth is thought of as extreme laziness. It's one of the only sins that is based on omission rather than action. This video's candidate for Sloth is unique in that his laziness not only hurts himself and his own image, but also hurts other content creators as well by essentially stealing from them. This candidate is XQC, or Felix. Felix is what you would call a react streamer, or someone who creates content by watching other people's content live on stream, clips themselves watching it, and then monetizes it on YouTube. Now, of course, there are a lot of react streamers, but what makes Felix stand out as particularly slothful is the fact that he offers so little additional content during his reactions. 95% of the time, he just simply watches the content, and the other 5% of the time, he laughs or says a small descriptive comment. In some particularly egregious cases, he will play a video, then leave the room, allow the video to play, and then come back when it's almost finished, and still monetize the content on YouTube. In the
So
case of
wild,
XQC,
yeah.
it seemed like
So
justice had been
wild.
done because his YouTube channel was banned for copyright violations, but then was shortly reinstated. To see which YouTubers represent the 7 deadly sins, go watch this video
Well,
now.
I mean, shoot, maybe the video's just that good, yo. Yeah, no, you don't want to be like a full react streamer. It's kind of lame. I'm reacting to this video because it's a good video. Like, I actually like learned some shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, what is this dude Jakishi? Like, dude, what the fuck? I don't know how I did not hear about that at all. Yeah, Just Minx, I didn't know, like, she got fucked up on her stream like that. Nadia, with their cheating. I got reminded about that. Goddamn, Bossman Jack. I saw him on a different video before. And then the Pokimane cookie, and then fucking XQC being a sloth. XQC being a sloth. I mean, yeah, you know. Business has no morals. You know, you get a lot of viewers, you get caught up in what you could do. And it's not about what you can give back to the community, it's how I can make money off of the community. And that's where you fuck shit up. So, I mean, you know, let these people fall off. Bring the viewers to us, you know what I'm saying? Okay, nah. But, I mean, yeah, that was a cool video, actually, like, didn't know about all that shit. That was pretty sick. I'll probably react to these some other time, but yeah, for now that was that was good. Hell yeah. Yep.